Okay, good morning. So, again, thank you for this weekend. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. Today, I want to give you some things to work on over the next couple of days, and then we'll build on it this weekend. So, the first thing we talked about was the golf club gets a little picked up and outside this way, and as you mentioned, it's kind of shut in this direction. So it's picked up and shut, and then that causes everything to sort of lift in the upper body. So when we map sort of Nicklaus's movements and the greats, there is this sensation that the upper body is moving up or creating leverage up in this direction because the arms are creating width and the upper spine isn't going to stay rounded. It's going to extend up in this direction, kind of similar to if I was going to chop wood with an axe. You can see how the upper spine moves in this direction. So that's what's causing everything to go up, creating leverage. So the fact that you're going up is a good thing. Now, why you're not staying more level is because of the lower body. Because the amount that I go up has to be matched by the amount that I push back and load into this right side or this right hip. So this movement, when we draw up the punch, you can see that this leg, there's some depth here in this right hip, there's some depth in this right leg. It's not locked out, and it doesn't just stand straight up this way. See how my legs come straight up? So what we've got to get is the sensation of this right hip moving this way when you create leverage back. What this is also going to help is if I'm picking it straight up and everything's out here, I don't have the depth to get things coming from the inside to hit that draw. So as I push this right hip back, while I draw this up to create leverage, I'm actually moving my hands. If I don't move my pelvis, my hands are up here. If I turn into my right hip properly, it deepens where my hands are coming from. So just focus on this week a little attention to, as you draw this up, you're staying centered, and you are in the videos, you're staying centered, but this right hip is strong here at the top. There's some life in this right leg. So that's why from the behind view, this right hip is higher than this left hip because I pushed back into it while I loaded leverage. You need to see everything's set up to ride the wave down in this direction. So on this side of the arc, yes, we're going up, but we're also pushing back to create the leverage, to get the hands deep enough and to get something to move with in this right leg. So that's the first thing. So simply just, you know, the movement where you draw up the punch, you draw up the arm, just feel what's in this right leg. Is there life in it? Is this right hip pushing back and turning? Because this, if you think of the pelvis as a cylinder, I move it this way, it should move back. If I move it back and squeeze, I can press down a little bit. So that has to match what the upper body's doing. So just a little detail there, a little attention to that. It'll just feel like you're creating leverage up here. It'll feel really strong in this right leg, this way, okay? Then in terms of why does the left side collapse? What causes the left arm to sort of break down and chicken wing in this direction? I want you to hit some shots where you're feeling the arms in this direction, loaded out in this direction. So what happens is this left arm, it's coming into impact, and then typically if I haven't moved deep enough into my right hip, then my starting point in terms of my pelvis at the top of the backswing isn't as deep as it could be. So if my hips start to unwind from here, they'll overtake or they'll spin out. So everything will look like this in this direction. The upper body will over rotate. If I'm able to get it deeper, then where I level out at is a different spot. So then that'll allow the back of the left hand to come in like this. So I'm deep, back of the left hand, deep, back of the left hand, and then through. I won't be overturning by here. I'll be more in that front side crescent shape, moving up in this direction. So the right side's able to stay strong, the left side's able to stay strong. But how we're gonna do this in really simple terms is we're gonna get your finish stronger, more together, and everything more sequenced together. So essentially, when my arms are parallel to the ground on the through swing, my body motion is done. So I'm not going to turn any more than that. So a way to feel this is when you see the greats, when they go to arms parallel at the finish, everything lines up. So my thighs are together, my hips, my ribs, my shoulders, everything matches here when my arms are parallel. Now from this place of arms being parallel, my elbows fold and my wrists fold. So the club's on my eye line. But notice, my body didn't turn anymore. So if I do it toward you, through to here, this all matches. This is all together. My arms are right here. Elbows fold, wrists fold, but the body didn't move any more than that. So I want to train this by, excuse me, getting you a little bit deeper on the way back so that where you're coming from is more inside. And then on the follow through, just like that Andrew Rice video, I want you to get arms parallel and then feel from here, fold on the eye line. And just notice how I'm hitting these balls. Arms parallel, everything matches, fold on the eye line. So we can get your body motion to be strong through here. This left arm is like I'm punching somebody up in this direction, strong. It's not right side overturning, left arm breaking down and coming up in this direction. So a little deeper going back, backhand strong here, and then like I'm gonna hit somebody with the back of my arm here up to where it's parallel, so it's bang right there. And then from there, the elbows fold and you'll be in good shape. So let me know your thoughts on this. I hope this helps. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Thank you.